Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. I'm Johnny for Focus Camera, and today I'm going to take you to Dyker Heights, the ultimate destination for jaw-dropping holiday light displays. I'm going to show you how to capture this holiday magic through your camera lens, so stick around for some nighttime photography tips, gear recommendations, and a visual feast of lights. As for gear recommendations, you're obviously going to need a camera body. So if you have multiple camera bodies, I suggest you bring the one with the highest resolution. That way you can zoom in later and select the composition that you desire. I will be using the Sony A1. When it comes to lenses, I'm recommending a wide angle lens or a wide variable zoom lens or an ultra wide lens. That way you can capture the entire house with all of the Christmas lights, or you can angle it so you get down the block, you get multiple houses with Christmas lights on, you get the people coming in and out. You're just telling the story, you're setting. I would also suggest combining that with a medium telephoto. So an 85mm, a 135, or 70-200 is my choice. That way you can zoom in on the portions of the holiday lights that you like the most. It helps you tell the story. You already have the setting, the wide angle. Now you want to zoom in and get those details. The two lenses I will be bringing to Dyker Heights to capture holiday lights will be Sigma's 14-24 f2.8 DGDN art lens. I love this lens. Look at that bubble glass. I'm obsessed with bubble glass. I don't know what it is, but you can't put a filter over, a standard filter over the front here, but you can slide one in the back. I won't be using filters, so that won't matter. I'll be using this to capture the setting or the entire house, so I can get all of the Christmas lights in their magic. I'll also be using Sigma's 85mm f1.4 DGDN art lens. Another beautiful front element. I wonder if you could see in here the 11-bladed aperture. Woo! It's looking good. And it's lighter than I expected. This will be a great focal length to capture the details. And I'm using Sony's A1, which has plenty of resolution, so if I wanted to crop in even closer, I can do that without worrying about the resolution. Holiday lights look the best at nighttime, so we will be doing nighttime photography. In order to keep your camera shake to a minimum, you're going to want to bring a sturdy tripod. I will be bringing this three-legged thing. It's called Patti Punks Edition. Any sturdy tripod will do, and you just bring that along with a remote shutter, and if you don't have a remote shutter, make sure your camera is put on to the self-timer mode. That way you can reduce camera shake. You can also bring a Pro Mist filter, which will help to make the lights look a little more ethereal and maybe give you a creative effect that you would find interesting. Another creative way to show your holiday spirit through your photographs is by using a technique called HDR when shooting holiday lights. So HDR stands for high dynamic range, and in order to do this technique, you need to photograph the same composition 3 times using different exposures. So one overexposed, one properly exposed, and one underexposed photograph with all the same composition, which is why it is also important to use a tripod during this technique, as well as the self-timer or the remote clicker. In Adobe Ridge, select the 3 photos, one properly exposed, one underexposed, and one overexposed image, and go to the Tools tab and hover over Photoshop and select Merge to HDR Pro in the drop-down menu. A new window will pop up with some sliders that you can play around with to give you a highly detailed image. I like to pump the saturation very little, a little bit more vibrant. It's gonna look a little ridiculous, it's gonna look a little poppy, but that's okay, that's what we're looking for. Hit OK to prompt Photoshop. I like to apply the oil paint filter in the stylized drop-down menu in Photoshop. You can adjust these sliders to give you a more detailed or smoother effect. I like to go more smooth, so it gives it a more painterly effect. What this will do will give it a magical feel, which is great for holiday greeting cards, as you can see here. Just wanted to thank you all for watching, and let me know in the comments what your favorite things to photograph during the holiday season are, and what techniques you use to inspire creativity during this festive season. Until next time, happy holidays.